Hey everyone, welcome to a day in the life working in my planner sticker shop. There is so much that I want to share with you guys, and I don't even know where to start. So the first thing that I want to mention is that not every day looks like this. I only have 2 days a week where my kids are out of the house and I'm up in my office for the full day working. So the other days of the week, I am just downstairs hanging out with my kids. Sometimes I'll get a little bit of work done, but it's not really a work day. So this is what a typical work day looks like. So for me, that's on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Usually around 6 to 6:30 in the morning, my snuggly little 3-year-old will crawl into my bed and wake me up. We will cuddle for a little while until we're ready to get up and get the baby out of her crib and get breakfast. At this point, I usually have about an hour, maybe a little more, to get all of the girls and myself ready to go out the door. Then I bring my oldest daughter to school and my younger two will get dropped off at my mother-in-law's house. Things went a little bit differently this morning because my oldest was feeling a little bit sick. So I decided to bring her over to my mother-in-law's with the younger two. And I'm gonna see in like an hour or two if she feels better, and then I can just bring her into school late. So I might be a little interrupted there, but that's kind of nice. It's like a built-in stop for my first task of the day, which is going to be working on my sale orders from Tuesday. On Tuesday, Valentine's Day, I had a flash sale and I had a bunch of orders come in for that, and I want to get those out ASAP. Actually, I lied. First, I want to give you guys a little tour of my office. It's kind of a mess, but that's okay because that's just reality. And I think it might help like give a little bit of context for everything that I do today. Okay, so it is very messy. I apologize, but just bear with me. So here's the door. Quick backstory. This room used to be like an unfinished attic space, and when my second daughter was born, we needed to change my office downstairs into her nursery. So we finished this room upstairs, and since like we had a newborn at the time, this room like never got finished. So the door is not painted, there's no trim. I actually took the door off of the closet, and you'll see I have this big studio light because this room is kind of dark and awkward. So for filming, I put a big light up. Anyway, so this little station here is my computer and my silhouettes. I don't have as many silhouettes as I used to. I got rid of them when I got my Graphtec machine, but I do keep a few just as backups, and there are a few items that I will occasionally use my silhouettes for, so that is why those are there. And then I have my laptop up on top of this kind of tower. I used to have it at a desk, but I just realized it collected junk. So I got rid of the desk and I just put it up here, and I'm usually standing at my computer for like just a couple of minutes anyway, so it works out really well. Then over here we have my printer station. When I first started out, I had a couple of, Canon, I think they were MX922s, something like that. I know it's 922. I don't remember what the letters were. And then I eventually replaced them. I have 2 different models here, but they're basically the same thing. And then I have a big laser printer here. Excuse me, a laser printer here that I got for, I had other intentions. I was going to try to do stickers with the toner, but it just didn't work out. Like, I didn't like how the colors were printing with this. So I held on to it, and now I use it for foils, and maybe eventually I'll be able to use it for like if I ever do planners in house or notebooks or anything like that. But that's what that guy's for. This is just my cheapy laser printer that I've had for a long time, and that is just what I print orders out with. Let's see. Okay, so over here, and let me turn this light on. Over here is my Graph Tech station. I have it kind of like tucked into a corner. And this is the computer that I use to operate it. I have this just little cheapy Windows laptop because it does not, the software for this machine does not run with a Mac. So I needed a Windows machine. And yeah, so usually if I have sheets that are like waiting to cut, I have them over here on this space. And then as they come out, I'll like take a stack and just kind of like store them here. I used to keep them on a table, but then it just like took over space. So that's kind of how I do that. If you're wondering what these pictures are for, sometimes like sheets will come out of the printers and like either because of the humidity or how much ink is used on a particular design, they'll come out like curled up. And in order to kind of reverse that, I will stick the sheets in here for a little while, and then it kind of like curves them the opposite way. The reason I do that is because if they're curled up, they don't work so well in the cutter. But I will definitely do a more like in-depth video on like using this cutter and like my process another time. So sit tight for that. Under here is just a bunch of junk, basically. I have like a massive roll of bubble wrap and a couple of bins of stuff that was for like resin artwork, which I got into for a brief period of time last summer, and I just can't bring myself to get rid of it yet. I was so excited because I was like, oh, this is a fun craft, and then I'm gonna make like cool planner charms with it and all of that, and it just never happened because it just wasn't practical. Lots of trash. I just got a new mic for this so that I could have a little better sound quality. So I ripped into that package like an animal, as you can see, and I haven't picked it up yet. Okay, this trash can is usually right over here. This area is where I keep kind of like my, this is grab bags, which I have to refill. This gets trashed every now and then because of my toddlers, but is where I keep my like manufactured stuff. I have washi tape, notebooks up here. I have like plastic dividers, sticker books, and some little sticker storage like envelopes. And then the flowers up here are just like prop flowers that I bought a while back to like use in photos, but I never really used them, but they look pretty. Okay, this is just a surface that sometimes I use for photos, or right now it's collecting junk. Down here underneath I have just kind of a random assortment of stuff. Not much to say about this because it's very random and messy. And then we come over here to like my sticker storage area, my inventory. I have a little collection of pushins up top, and I actually have to add another one because my husband got me a really big like rainbow unicorn one for Valentine's Day. Let's see. So yeah, this is all of my stickers. At some point I'll go into more detail on how I organize them, but basically I have to be careful not to get like anyone's address or name in the shot. So like this is like budget add-ons. A lot of the monthly stuff you'll see, they're all sorted by these tabs, which really help me to like visually arrange things and find things quickly when I'm filling orders. So I love that. I can do more detail on that another time. Down underneath we have just some storage and like my shipping boxes. This bookcase right here I usually use while I'm filling orders to like On the top shelf, I will set my completed orders that are ready to package, and then down here, like sometimes I'll have orders in various states of completion that are waiting on items, and they'll go there, stuff like that. Then we have my packing station. So underneath, I have to order more envelopes, but there's like bubble wrap. Usually this whole shelf is covered in my 7x9 mailers, tissue paper, all that good stuff, my freebies. I have my washi up here. I originally built this shelf for stuff, again, for resin, which I only keep out this glitter because it's glitter and it's really pretty to look at. I can't bring myself to put it away. So I moved my washi up here. So that's awesome. It's mostly Simply Gilded. I don't even use washi. I'm a washi hoarder. Shame on me, I know. So packaging stuff, and then this monstrosity. This is just where all of my stuff collects. Sometimes it's clean and I use it as a work surface. This is where this mat is for like cutting foils. My laminator's tucked over there, but I'll turn it if I'm using it. I put 3 shelves behind. Hold on. These I just brought over from my mother-in-law's. She packs my grab bags for me. So I just brought those back and I have to put them away. Yeah, so I have like my planners back there on the shelf. Down underneath is where I keep some of like the bins and stuff that I'm not actively using for storage. I have this coil punch machine that I got for doing bookmarks and covers, which I haven't really started doing yet. I have paper cutter. Yeah, so much junk. All my pens, random books and notebooks. This is just a whole mess, and it's usually where I dump stuff if I'm trying to free up another surface to work on. And my closet here. Hold on. I have this random mirror. Ooh! I have this random mirror floating around that I took out of my daughter's room one day to do my hair. I haven't given it back yet. Ugh. Well, that was fun. And this is a mess, but it's like printer ink, lots of bubble wrap, my poly bags, which I need to order more of, bubble mailers, random junk, and like boxes that have my sticker books and stuff in there. This also needs to get cleaned. Let me know if you want me to do like a clean with me video, because that'll be a doozy. Gonna move my tripod here. And then this little surface here is are 2 little drawer things that I got off of Amazon. I will link them below. They make one now that's a little bit taller, and I wish I had those. I've been thinking about getting 2 more and making like a bigger surface out of it, but I don't know. So this is just where I have my foils. This is a lot of other random like laminator sheets, colored cardstock. What do we have in here? Random craft and office supplies, scrapbook paper, just the random stuff. So this is the office. All right, now let's get to work. Here I'm just showing you what I'm listening to on my headphones while I work. I apparently think that listening to Linkin Park makes me cool, so I wanted to show it off. I'm usually listening to music or some YouTube videos or something while I work. Occasionally I will watch a show, but I am so easily distracted that when I watch a show or YouTube videos that require me to actually watch the screen, I don't get quite as much work done on those days. So lately I've been trying to stick to music and actually use headphones to kind of block all other distractions out and really get me in the zone. It just helps me focus and have a really productive day so that I can make the most of my time with no kids. Okay, so I got to the bottom of that stack of orders. So these are completed. I only got 3 that I actually had every single item in the order. And I have a stack here of orders that need to be filled in with like a few items. So what I do is I'll go through my printed order packing slips, fill everything that I can, and then as I come across items that are not in my inventory, because I either have never printed them yet, because like I have so many variations of like icons and mini scripts that some things I don't print them until someone orders them. So as I come across items like that, or items that I have like gone through and need to restock, I will jot them down on this little notepad in like very scribbly handwriting, and then just keep going through until this point where I've filled everything that I can, and then I'll take this list, go over to my computer, and start printing out everything that I'm missing. Normally then I would begin to start cutting the items as well and print out. I think I have a few more orders that I still need to print. So I'll print everything, but then I think I might need to go bring my daughter in to school. Okay, I have everything set to print now. I have to go pick up my daughter and bring her into school. It's a good stopping point anyway. It's 10:20 now. I need a snack, maybe some coffee, and a bathroom break. So I will I will go do that, and then I'll probably be back around 11. Okay, I am back. It's about 10 after 11. I've got some coffee. I'm like chilled from being outside. I hate living in the Northeast. And so I've got my nice big mug of coffee. I've got my fuzzy socks and slippers on. I'm trying not to turn the heat up too much because it is like in the 40s or 50s outside. But it's still chilly, so I need to warm up a little bit. This is my husband's name, by the way. Like one of his clients at the gym got him this for Christmas, but it's like a huge mug, so I stole it. I'm gonna start cutting these and putting away any like stickers that I have out needing to be sorted. And once I get caught up with that, what am I gonna do? Let's think about what I have to do. I have to finish filling those orders and package those up to ship. I would really like to film a plan with me or something. I can print out the rest of my open orders. Oh, I have to go through some of my supplies and order things like paper, ink, poly bags for mailing. I need more mailers. I need copy paper, so I'll probably order some stuff. And I really need to get working on some other new products that I've been wanting to put in the shop for a while. I posted on my Instagram a while back about these little mini page markers, like bookmarks for the coiled planners, and I never got around to really making them. So it'd be nice if I could make something, or at least like get a head start on that. And we have until a little before 4 o'clock to do all of these things. So realistically, not all of it's gonna get done. All right, let's get these cutting and we'll see how it goes. I also have this piece of pizza, which I just reheated from my lunch, and I'm gonna try to eat it without touching it so I don't get pizza grease on my hands. So I am editing this video and I have to laugh at myself for the way I am relying on my memory and visual cues to figure out what I should be doing for the rest of the day. You would think in a room full of planners and to-do lists that I might take a peek at one of these things to plan my next steps. But in reality, when it comes time to make that decision on what I need to do, I don't look at them. It never crosses my mind. And that, folks, is ADHD. Okay, so for just a little bit of reference, when I use the Graph Tech, I can only trim one outside cut. Unlike using the silhouettes, if I have small like quarter sheets or like the thin washi sticker sheets, I can't individually cut out each of these using the Graph Tech because since it's matless, it will like get caught on the loose sheets, and that just would not be good. So what I have to do is I have to trim like the outside of the sheet and have either like, this is 4 quarter sheets on this page, and then I have to manually go in and trim with the paper cutter. And also an extra step, because I am just extra and I insist on these like slightly rounded corners that I have here. I have this hand punch, which is like a 5mm radius corner cut. So once these are cut with the paper cutter and they have like the 90-degree angles, I'll go and cut those with this, which is unnecessary and probably wasted time, but it's just like a thing that I am hung up on, and I like doing it that way. So that's what I do. Alright, I am mostly cut up on things that are cut and need to be like trimmed. So I'm gonna go ahead and print out my next like batch of orders, and I will simultaneously just like keep going through all of these and do just like a little bit of everything for a little while. It is noon right now, and I'll probably do that for another half hour to an hour. And then I'm gonna package as much stuff as I can so that that's all ready to go out. In case I get distracted, then I just at least have like a nice pile of completed packages ready to go out the door. We watch new things with old eyes, like strangers with no hearts, stuck in our glory days, among strangers building walls. Once I've completed filling an order, I go back through and count all of the items one more time just to make sure that they match up to the item total that's written on the packing slip. This just helps catch any missing items or anything that I might have overlooked the first time through. I'm tired, guys. It's 2:15 almost, and I have a whole bunch of orders done. They're packaged, and there are a few more orders that are open and waiting on some items, and I'm going to continue to cut those, so maybe they'll end up going out today. I don't know. But what I'm going to work on in the meantime, something that I've posted on Instagram about, and I said I was going to get them in time for Black Friday. I just had a customer ask me about them again, and I originally, hold on, I'm gonna get something so I can show you. The ones I showed on Instagram were like, I think these in particular, and when I originally started making these, I was using this little like hand punch thing, and it's not super efficient. And actually, if you follow the guidelines, it doesn't even line the holes up properly. So I was a little put off by that, and then I eventually decided to get a like heavy duty coil punch. So I have that. And another problem that I was having was just like the color on the paper that I was using for these, because I decided I wanted to make them what's the word, foiled. So here's an example of one that's foiled, and the paper has to be really smooth for the foil to adhere, so I couldn't use my thicker cardstock. So what I ended up doing is I decided I was going to use my weatherproof matte paper for the front of the bookmarks, and then I can foil them, and then I would stick them on to just like a regular sheet of like laser copy paper for the backing. And so I have like these kind of double-sided bookmarks now that I have holographic. So here's a little sneak peek of one. So these go with the here's the back. These go with the Kit 203, and I'm gonna make these real quick so that I kind of have a prototype that I can take some photos of, and then I'll probably finish this up, this whole like batch of them up today. These are so cute. Okay guys, here is the finished product. I'm taking some product photos for the website and Etsy. So that was a day working in my office. It is about 3:10 right now. I'm gonna spend the next like half hour or so just cleaning up, finishing a few things, just so that I don't leave the office in a complete disaster. And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. For the rest of my day, it's gonna be pretty straightforward. Pick up the kids. I have leftovers for dinner, so I don't have to make dinner, which is really nice. And yeah, then just kind of hanging out with the family, cleaning the house until bedtime. Let me know how you liked this video, if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. I would love to film more of it, and I still want to do like budgeting and plan with me videos. So basically I'm trying to rearrange my schedule so that on these days with no kids, I really make the time to do filming and social media type content, things like that. Anyway, let me know what you guys want to see next. If there's anywhere in the office in particular that you want more details, I'm really happy to share whatever you guys want to know. So until next time, I'll see ya. Bye.